test going 2. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bob Young Field, where tonight the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers host the Vermillion Tanagers. Good sportsmanship is one of the primary purposes of high school interscholastic activity programs. The participants realize that judgment calls are made in good faith and they must abide by the decisions of the officials. Spectators can support the participants and interscholastic activity programs by refraining from derogatory and intemperate remarks or cheers. We hope you enjoy tonight's contest and support the participants in a positive and sportsmanlike manner. At this time, we ask that everyone please stand and remove your cap as Dr. Mark Pettengill offers a word of prayer before tonight's game.
Lord, we thank you for this night, for the gift of competition, and for bringing together these two schools in the spirit of fellowship. We pray for our players, coaches, officials, and fans, that you would keep everyone safe, free from injury, and filled with good sportsmanship. May our effort honor you, and may the way we play reflect integrity, respect, and love for one another. We ask that this game would be more than just a contest, but a chance to shine your light in how we conduct ourselves. Bless our teams, our schools, and our families. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Now we ask that you face the flag as we honor America with our national anthem being sung tonight by the SFC, being played tonight by the SFC pep band. Reminder to all attendants that the proper etiquette is to stand at attention, remove your hat, your right hand over your heart. Active duty military personnel or veterans not in uniform may salute the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. And now the starting lineups for the Vermillion Tanagers, starting with the cheerleaders. Sophie Gerlich, Adele Mahalwood, Jada Rucker, Grace Wool, and Coach Linda Elvey. The starting lineup for Vermillion. The offensive starters. At center, number 77, Oscar Pasick. At guard, senior number 52, Devin Steckelberg. At guard, junior number 76, Kelton Crum. Number 79, senior Dane Richardson. And senior number 55, Caleb Lara. And wide receiver, senior number 4, Trenton Thomas. Wide receiver, freshman number 7, Cale Cleveland. Wide receiver number 13, junior Grant Roehrig. Another wide receiver, senior number 1, Elijah Lara. And running back number 33, senior Ryan Chaplin. And the quarterback number 3, senior Hayden Christopherson. Tanagers are coached by head coach Louis Budweier, assistant assistant coaches Gary Carver, Caden Elder, Nick Jensen, Joey Nelson, and Connor Herrig. And now the cheerleaders for Sioux Falls Christian. Mackenzie Bosman, Peyton Brower, Isabel Bootsma, Olivia Hagen, Grace Hinkle, Abigail Hickman, Kennedy Hooksey, Cadence Miller, Jordan Overman, Chelsea Roberts, J.C. Schlenker, Lauren Van Stralen. Charger cheerleaders are coached by Sydney Adrian. And now the starters on the kickoff return unit for Sioux Falls Christian. Number 0, Tegan Grove. Number 1, Jude Prince. Number 3, Darian Smith. Number 20, Brady Bale. Number 21, Tate Connell. Number 35, Lincoln Olseth. 36, Logan Burrell. 42, Damon Jasper. Number 56, Logan Van Vlieten. Number 86, Jacob Woodward. And number 80, Dylan Connect. Chargers coached by head coach George Smith, assistant coaches Brett Keepers, Shelby Unenson, Kim Nelson, John Setzer, Steve Connell, Steve Van Taal, Britt Reddy, Brady Lewin, Matthew Wolf, and Jonah Leo. Tonight's officials are Paul Ortman, Darren Vandenberg, Al Hansen, Dwayne Brewer, and Steve Griswold. These officials are hired by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and are licensed to officiate this contest. Your respect and good sportsmanship toward the officials and the teams on the field are expected and appreciated.
Welcome, Charger Nation, to the warm and windy confines of Bob Young Field for this early fall South Dakota Class 11A football contest tonight. The undefeated number 1 ranked Sioux Falls Christian Chargers are playing host to the upset-minded Tanagers from Vermillion High School. Filling in tonight for the incomparable voice of Sioux Falls Chargers football, Justin Shepard, and the always jovial Mr. Zach Perry. You're listening to former head coach and middle school principal Jake Pettingale and myself, proud Sioux Falls Christian parent John Semchenko. Welcome in. Jake, how we doing?
Hey, great, man. Great to be here. I get to be here with a legend tonight, John Semchenko, legendary football coach, legendary player. You have a lot of credibility to your name, and I'm excited to learn from you tonight.
Well, make sure you got your pencil sharpened. It's gonna be a fun night. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun, actually.
I do too, and it's a beautiful night. It's 82 degrees right now. There's a little bit of wind. Looks like it's maybe coming from the south, maybe southeast. You see the flag moving there a little bit, but it should be a beautiful night.
Yeah. So, for those of you that are probably wondering right now, where is Justin Shepard? He is making bean dust north of town, making circles round and round, and I do not know where Zach Perry is. He may be driving truck. What? I don't know.
I think it's a special night. Zach Perry was the assistant coach on the girls basketball team this past season, and they won the state championship, and he gets to be with his girls at halftime, but I think he's reminiscing some of their great experiences from last basketball season.
As he should. Tonight's game on paper would appear to many as a bit of a mismatch. However, the home team is going to face some adversity as they kick off to the Tanagers. The Chargers, silver helmets, blue jerseys, white numbers, white pants are kicking off to the Tanagers. Here we go. Dawson Unruh kicks off. Deep kick. Looks like it is over the U in Sioux Falls. Behind the scoreboard.
And he used that wind to his advantage. That wind was at his back, and like he does often, he kicks that ball out of the end zone.
Dawson Unruh, he's a weapon. He's a weapon on the kickoff, of course, on the D line. Tanagers offense is going to start here at the 20-yard line, middle of the field. Tanagers, who are coming into this game, very much looking to knock off the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. #1 team, an undefeated team. Break the huddle. 2 receivers to the right, shotgun formation. Running back appears to be to the right. Got a heavy formation, waiting for the snap. Here it comes. Fake handoff up the middle. Quarterback stopped for a minimal gain on first down.
Yeah, it looked like he was taken down by Jake Spronk, the senior linebacker, but it looks like they lined him up on the defensive line from time to time, but just kind of tackled by a swarm of Sioux Falls Christian Chargers.
Second down, middle of the field. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Shotgun formation. The quarterback tonight, we have listed 2 actually. Out there is number 3.
Hayden Christopherson.
Hayden Christopherson looking for the snap here on second down. Running back swings wide. Deep down the left sideline. In coverage is number 0, Tegan Grun. Incomplete.
Yeah, the ball was intended for Kel Cleveland, who's a freshman. As you look, he drops back to throw. Pretty good coverage there. Goes up, makes a play, and both players made a great play on the ball, and that's a tough position for the receiver, because the receiver all of a sudden turns into a defender just to eliminate that interception.
So the Tanagers are faced now with a 3rd and 10, moving against the wind left to right here. Come out in a three receiver right, 1 receiver left. Heavy pass formation for the Tanagers. Tanagers pass the ball 70% of the time, of course, 3rd and 10. Much higher rate. Number 33, the tailback, is set to the right of Harrington in the shotgun, or Christopherson, excuse me. Pass rolling right, looking, running to the sideline, pursued. Pass incomplete, out of bounds.
Just like that, the Chargers did what they needed to do. Really 0 yards from scrimmage in that entire drive, and that's how they wanted to come out. They did their job.
A few tweaks in the starting lineup today. It looks like Tegan Grun is starting at corner. Yes. That appears to be a change. A senior coming out his senior year. What a story. Playing very well this year. So 4th down, looking to punt, number 5. Looks like he's back to punt. Snap is good. The kick is off with some pressure from Lincoln. Number 1, Jude Prince takes the return, crosses the 50-yard line up to the 46-yard line of the Tanagers. Sioux Falls Christian will start on offense from the left hash, going in on the +46. Jake, what can you tell us about the Sioux Falls Christian offense after 5 games?
They're pretty dynamic. You know, it's not a one-man show. You have a quarterback who can throw the ball, who can run the ball, but it's not to one guy. They have a lot of options. Their backfield, they got 2 to 3 guys that can run the football. You can't focus on one guy, and that's really tough for a defense.
Pistol formation to the left. And Jensen Pixler for a gain of about 7 yards, it appears. And second down and short.
Pixler is kind of their bruiser. He's the guy that you give the ball to when you need hard yards, and when you're as big and strong as he is, they usually get him falling forward.
Number 2, Cooper Strandy taking the snap here on second down and 3 from the left hash. Appears to be a trips formation with the tight end to the right. Pistol, shotgun, handoff, fake, boot to the right. He's got a receiver open in the flat. Number 6, Grant Wassner, goes ahead to the 12-yard line. A little boot action. Brant Wassner's in the flat there.
You watch that play fake, and you see how Cooper just slow plays that handoff. He really gets the linebackers to bite on that, and he quickly turns his head, turns his shoulder, and you have Brant Wassner wide open in the flats.
Good design by Coach Nelson up in the booth calling the plays. Tray formation to the left of the tight end. Pistol formation. Handoff to Tate Connell, number 21. up the left side, down to the 10-yard line.
And you'll see a little bit of this tonight with Tate. It's a little bit going back and forth between Pixler and Connell, as one's more of the bruiser, one's more of the quick, shifty guy, and it's just a nice, just mix of running styles and types of runners.
It's a really to have two seniors in that position is great. Art quickly up to the line, pistol formation, hands off again to Tate Connell over the left side again, behind that left side of Rowan Vanderstouw. We've got Firth over there, number 65, and of course Lincoln Leo, the senior, leading the group, the only returning starter this year for the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers.
Yeah, and there's some questions this year on how good were they going to be up front, and I think they've answered the call. They've been able to move the defensive line around for most of the season, and so been really impressed with their size, with their offseason working out, and good group up front.
Here we go, spread 2-by-2 formation, pass, handoff up the middle, looks like an inside zone for the first down, pushing to the
1 yard line.
1 yard line, it looks
maybe
like.
2.
We'll have a first and goal. Cooper Strandy runs back to the huddle quickly after getting the play from Coach Smith. Sioux Falls Christian Chargers are approaching the line. They're sending two receivers right, Jude Prinz, Brant Wassner. Over the left, Jesse Whitty. Here's the snap. Running back right. Quarterback keep up the middle. Avoids two tacklers in the end zone.
It's nice when you can have a sophomore quarterback who's athletic enough, who's smart enough to play that read option there and really just take the ball in the end zone.
You've been around Sioux Falls Christian football for a while, Jake. Who does Cooper Strandy remind you of from the quarterback position?
Yeah, the thing about Cooper is so durable. He can do a little bit of everything. Maybe at Dawson Mulder, he runs the ball well. He's shifty, he's elusive, he's very, very fast. But I think what he's able to do, and I love Dawson Mulder, but I think he maybe throws the ball a little bit better than Dawson Mulder.
Yeah, Cooper been very efficient as a sophomore.
Yeah.
I mean, very efficient. Few mistakes, lots of good decisions. And you see the leadership even on the sideline here, dapping up the big, I call them Annenson's animals. Coach Annenson just has those guys eating raw meat down there, doesn't he?
That's how Coach Annenson works. But on top of that, Cooper Strandy's a high-class, high-character kid. He's the type of leader that you want on your team, and when you can have him as a sophomore, you know you get him for the next 3 years.
All right, well, we're back to kicking off. The Chargers will kick off up 7-0 with 8:41 to go in the first quarter. Dawson Under tees it up. The kickoff team boots the ball into the early October sky, bounces 4 yards into the end zone.
Be curious to see what we get on this respawning drive from the Tanagers. You mentioned earlier, what's Kim Nelson going to call, and there's an interesting fact about this game. Kim Nelson was at Roosevelt. He was at Washington. He was in Minnesota for a while as well, coaching, and he's a very legendary coach, but he's our offensive coordinator this year. And on the other sideline, though, is his son, Joey Nelson, who is the offensive coordinator for Vermillion.
Tanagers in no-back formation here, shotgun formation. Christopherson taking the snap, 3-by-2, motions into the backfield, number 33. Takes the handoff up the middle, zone, stopped, line of scrimmage, number 10, Drew Netches. Excuse me, that was Sprunk again, 18. 18 and 10 look alike.
Oh, they do, huh? I guess I missed that one.
Jake Sprunk again making a great take. Have a great season. You got a lot of good leadership, especially at that second level of the Charger defense. You've got Canyon Prinz, Jake Sprunk. You have number 34, Jensen Pixler. And then, of course, Drew Netches off the edge. You got a good group here. Second down and 10 for Coach Nelson's offense. Waiting for the snap. Here it comes. Quarterback draw right up the middle to the left. Ends up picking up 5 yards.
Yeah, it looked like tackled by Lincoln Olseth. As you just watch, he reads, he sits back and kind of fills that hole there. And what's interesting is you just talked about 4 really good seniors. And then you have a freshman in there to play in between them. And so nice mentorship, nice opportunity for those other linebackers to coach them up.
Yeah, one of the things the Tanagers have, they have size and they have some experience up front, especially in their offensive line. They can go no back, spread them out, and then look to run up the middle with the size and strength they have. 3rd down and 6, middle of the field. Christofferson waiting for the snap. Drop back, pass, vertical. He's got number 4 open, tipped and batted out of bounds again by Tegan Grun.
Well, it looks like they're trying to isolate Tegan, and Tegan's responding to the call every single time. He's going up, he's making a play, great coverage, and like you said, you just watch. He's sitting in the inside hip, goes up, times that ball well, makes a great play, and 4th down again. Great defensive play.
Coach Keepers has the Charger defense running at a high clip, giving up average of 5 points a game. Minuscule amount of points, really, for defense. Here we go, 4th down. It appears Tanagers are punting. The punt is off. Number 3, Jude Prinz, eyeing it. It bounces out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Chargers take the field. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Chargers 7, Tanagers 0.
At the time, I'd like to give a little bit of credit to Justin Rakusik, who is doing a lot of the camera work here, and he's giving you these great shots, these great views of the game. So thank you, Justin, for your work.
1st down and 10. Have a tray formation. Looks like the tight end right. Appears to be Drew Netches in motion. Number 1, Jude Prinz gets the pitch, the forward pass, spin move out across the 50 to the 48-yard line. Jude Prinz, a sophomore, playing a little defensive back, but also playing receiver for the Chargers, having a good season.
I'm talking to Coach Smith early in the season. They say Jude Prinz is really tough to tackle in space. He's pretty elusive. He can move well. Fun to see a sophomore doing that.
We got 3 receivers in the game. Here we go, running back to the right. Strandy back, passes the flat. He's got Brent Wassner. Takes 2 Tanagers to bring him down across the 40 for a 1st down. 37-yard line 1st down.
Well, it looks like the Chargers aren't getting cute. They're taking what they're given. They're given 6-7 yard pass play, taking it, running the football when they need to run the football.
Drop back quickly. Throws a little short in the flat to Wassner again. Regroup here, 2nd down and 10. Looks like the Tanagers are in kind of a cover 4, cover 2, looking to really force things to the inside, it appears. They don't want to get those vertical throws going. So here we go, 6:06 to go, 2nd down and 10. Strandy brings them up to the line, 2-by-2 formation, tight end left, snap, back, drops back. Strandy looking for Wassner, just a little bit long down the right sideline.
Yeah, and that was almost picked off by Elijah Lars, so way to be there, great coverage. And, you know, it looked like in the last couple plays they're throwing these 5, 6, 7 yard hitches because Vermillion's playing off, and I was wondering at what point the Chargers were going to try to go over the top, and that's where they did it.
All right, so 3rd and 10 for the Chargers. This 2nd drive of the 1st quarter. Tight end left, 2 receivers to the right. Strandy looking to get the snap quickly, hands it off. Jensen Pixler over the left tackle, rumbling past the 30 to the 28-yard line. He will be close to a 1st down, probably a little bit short. Chain gang on the far side, thank you to the Sioux Falls Christian parents who stepped in. They're going to be 2 yards short. It'll be 4th and 2 with 5:42 to go in the 1st quarter. Appears that Sioux Falls Christian decided to go for it. They're back up the line, tight end left. Running back to Strandy's left is Pixler. Tanagers jump off sides, cross into the zone there. It looked like a hard count, Coach. That probably came from the sideline.
Yeah, that's always a little bit frustrating. You know, you think you hold the Chargers, who are a tough team to slow down, 4th and 2, and then all of a sudden you jump off sides. And so it's tough, but great stance by the Tanagers up until that point.
Yeah, the old freeze play. It's one of the best in the playbook. It's 5 yards every time. So we've got 1 tight end, 3 receivers. Tight end to the right, motion across Jude Prinz to 2-by-2. They got blitz off the edge. Handoff up the middle. Pixler going left, dodging, rolls down to the 7-yard line.
That looked like number 8, Nolan Nygren, who last 2 plays, he's been hit head on with Jensen Pixler. It's a lot of contact there.
Brought double-edged blitz there. All right, first down. We were at the 12-yard line going in. Strandy directing traffic out here. He wants his all of his 4 receivers to be spread out. We got 4 2x2 Pixlers in the pistol. Motions across with number 1. Hands off, boots right. Looking to the flat. There is Jude Prinz. He spins, bounces off a tackler, fighting for yards.
Tackled at the 1. Looked like he got in from our angle, but I'm sure we don't have the best view from here. But you watch him. He gets in. He fights to get into the end zone. Catch the ball. Turns up. Lowers his head.
So it's actually a first and goal now from about the 1.5-yard line. Sioux Falls Christian, following their pass, will definitely go with that formation. They call the Rhino formation. Doesn't appear that they're going to, though. Strandy comes back out, stays with the 1 tight end, 3 receiver look. Pixler's in at running back, shifts over to the left side. Tight end left, 2 receivers left. Motions across. There's a flag.
Looks like he may have had a couple guys in motion there.
4 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in the first quarter, rapidly moving first quarter. And we have a penalty. I think they're going to tell us what it is.
Looks like they're going to change the offense here and put in Prinz back at quarterback.
All right, here comes in that heavy package. Dawson under Drew Netches, Canyon Prinz, and the senior, number 87, Nick Popke's in heavy. They're going to be looking to go to Pixler. This is their short yardage offense. Has been proved pretty effective so far in the season. Off left tackle. Pixler powers his way into the end zone. Touchdown. Chargers.
There's not a lot you can do about that. You probably have 11 guys over 200 pounds on the field at that one time, and that's tough to stop.
It's a good scheme. Coach Smith has developed that over the last couple of years, and it's effective in those. It's not quite the tush push. It's maybe the South Dakota version of the tush push.
I would agree.
Call it the Charger Charge.
We can start calling it that tonight.
Lots of beef up there. All right, so Under lines up. Snap, hold by Brant Wassner. Holds us down. Kick is up. It's good. 14-0. Chargers up on the Vermillion Tanagers. 4:10 to go in the first quarter. Coming to you from the Bob. Jake Pettingale, John Sapchenko filling in for Justin Shepard and Zach Perry. We miss you guys already.
We do, and this is kind of the B squad tonight, so we're just trying to fill in as best as we can, and hope those two are having a great night. Hopefully Justin's listened to us and catching up tonight.
Yeah, shout out to any grandparents listening, family listening from out of the area. Thank you so much for your support of Sioux Falls Christian School, preschool, elementary school, high school. We can't do it without you. Thank you for listening in and following the team. Alumni that are listening, we're going to have a special moment for you at halftime. This may be the first ever halftime special that we're going to have with Jake Pettingale, and we're going to do a little deep dive into Sioux Falls Christian history football. Dawson Under kicking off again. Low kick, bouncing through the hands of number 4 into the end zone. There's trouble. It's a touchback. Ball will be on the... There's a little conferring between the white hat and the side official. It was touched before it went into the end zone.
So, and I think what they're trying to decide, did he actually take that in the end zone, or did his momentum carry him into the end zone? Because if he would have ran that back into the end zone, then he would have had to run that out, but his momentum took him into there.
All right, Tanagers back up, 3 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Christofferson in the gun, running back to his left. Waiting for the snap, claps, handoff up the middle, number 33.
Yeah, that's Ryan Chapman. He's a senior.
Ryan Chapman, senior, tough runner. He really a well-built young man. Looks like he runs hard for about 5 yards. into the teeth of that Sioux Falls Christian defense. 2nd down and 5, manageable now. 3 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Christofferson waiting for the snap. Motion across number 1. Pass into the flat to number 1, makes the catch for a short loss. Appears he tripped up a little bit there. I think he was looking to maybe get up the field.
Well, that's tough because you don't know if that pass is a forward pass or a backwards pass. If it's a backward pass, that turns into a fumble. And so he makes the catch, but then he loses his feet. And now in return, you lose a couple yards. And that's hard against the Chargers defense.
All right, no back. 3 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Christofferson by himself in the backfield, 3rd and 7. Looks like we've got a timeout. 3:02 to go, first quarter. Chargers up 14-0 on the Tanagers. Thanks for joining us. Good to have you.
Thank you.
We're having fun already.
It's a blast. We're going to take a quick break here.
All right, we're back here at Bob Young Field. The Tanagers come back on. The Tanagers this year have really played competitive every one of their games, including a win. All of them have been within 2 scores, played very competitive football. Not surprised to see them competing here, looking to get a first down, get things rolling a little bit. 2-by-2 shotgun formation, 33's in motion to the right. Quick pass, pressure, incomplete.
Just gets rid of it, almost intercepted. Yeah, and just to repeat kind of what you said, you know, they're a 1-4 team, but that's a little bit deceiving when you think about they played a Lennox team within 17 points this year. They played Canton within 5, Madison within 19 or so, and Millbank within 15. But then they beat Lakota Tech, so they're a pretty talented squad.
Lined up punt formation. Tanagers are punting from their 24-yard line. Snap back, good kick off. Spiraling kick across the 50, bounces in front of Jude Prinz. He picks it up off 1 bounce, looks forward, evades 1 man coming in, gets a block from number 3, Darion Smith, avoids a couple more tackles down to the 35-yard line where he's knocked out of bounds, plus 35 going in. So far, we can see, Jake, that the Sioux Falls Christian has really been winning the field position game.
Yeah, and that comes down to, again, special teams. When you have a guy like Unruh who kicks it out of the end zone every time, and then you back the Tanagers up and you get a good return, I mean, you're going to put yourself in good positions.
All 3 phases. Coach Smith this year has tabbed Coach Matt Wolf as the special teams coordinator. He's done a fantastic job of just making sure everybody knows where they're at and playing hard on special teams. Chargers come out, 1 tight end, 3 receiver set. Cooper Strandy in the gun. Jude Prinz across, fakes, handoff to Tate Connell up the left side. He's got some room up to the 20, across the 20, down to the 17-yard line. Good run, good hole off that left side, Rowan Vanderstouw.
And again,
Marcus Firth.
Well, and again, that Nolan Nygren, who had another open field tackle. He looks like he's playing safety, and he's sometimes the last guy to beat, and he dives or he takes guys out and just had another game-saving tackle.
Lincoln Leo at center has been doing a great job of neutralizing number 79, Dane Richardson, who, according to Coach Smith, is probably the best down lineman that they've had to face this year in terms of just physically. 6'3", 265, senior Dane Richardson, excellent football player, and Lincoln Leo is doing a good job of sticking with him. Moving his feet, roll out to the left, pass. It looks like Cooper just throws out of bounds as he was exiting. So we're going to have a 2nd down and 10 coming up from the 20.
But there is one guy on the offensive line that I don't think you've talked about because I don't know that you feel comfortable as his father, but Andy Simchenko. It's been just fun to see that kid blossom over the last few years and really turn into a good football player. brings a good physical presence up front, and maybe a little bit like his dad and his older brother.
He's a lot smarter and better looking than his dad, I can tell you that.
I would agree.
All right, Chargers back. 3 receivers, 1 tight end to the right. Handoff. Looks like a power play. Number 7 for the Tanagers, making the tackle for a short loss. Back to the 23-yard line. Look like they try to go a little gap scheme there. Bring an extra blocker over to that left side.
And what I respect about the Tanagers right now is, you go down 14-0 here in the first quarter. Do you give in right now and say, hey, we're done, or do you continue to battle? And that's what we're seeing.
Clock ticking, 1:35 to go in the first quarter. Chargers quickly to the line again. Here comes a shotgun snap. 3 receivers right. Rolling to the right. Cooper Strand, he's got some room. He could take it. He's looking downfield, avoids the tackler, out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Just taking what the defense gives him, brings up a 4th and 5. Certainly 4-down territory for the Chargers.
Well, as Coach Smith, he typically goes for it when it's on his side of the field in a manageable down and distance. But this is a time where you got to decide, if you're Coach Smith, do we try to push it in, or do we try to give our kicking game some reps? Because you never know when you get into the playoffs what's going to happen. And so, go ahead.
I think there's a couple things he's probably thinking here. I mean, with this distance, it's 4th and 6. It's a little bit outside of a run. I would look play action for Nick Popke's. Although they have somebody over the top, Nick is very slippery in this type of situation. Pass, Jude Prinz up the hash, touchdown.
Yeah,
apparently the Tanagers had the same scouting report I had, because there was 3 guys on Popke's.
Well, I saw what you saw, and the safety followed Popke's, which opened up the middle of the field. So let's see if we can see an instant replay here. You see Popke's a tight end, and the safeties are looking at him, and then you see Prinz just slant across the middle, and he's pretty open, and we find the seam there.
Good design by the coaches of Sioux Falls Christian, Dawson Unruh. Extra point ahead, and good operation time, good execution. 1:18 to go in the first quarter. Chargers are up 21-0 on the Tanagers from Vermillion. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We're back. Thanks for joining us. Sioux Falls Christian up 21-0, 1:18 to go in the first quarter. Dawson Unruh kicking off again for the 4th time this evening. He's 3 for 3 out of the end zone. Here we go. Number 4 pops it up, coming down, 5-yard line, caught. Number 4 moving up the field in the middle, finds a crease, but then turned back by Lincoln Alseth. And is that Logan Van Zanten? Excellent. Logan Van Zanten with the tackle assist. They're hustling down, making a great play on the football. Tanagers are ready to go. They're not slowed down. Excellent, well-coached team. They're looking to really take advantage. Unfortunately, at this time, while they've kept the pressure off of their quarterback, they haven't been able to find many open receivers. First down, middle of the field. Christofferson. Snap, pass out to the flat, up the sideline, near the first down marker. Looks like they're going to give us, it's going to be 2nd and short for the Tanagers.
That was completed to Elijah Lars.
Great tempo by the Tanagers. They're really trying to negate the pass rush of the Chargers by going quickly and going short, getting the ball out right away. 2nd down and short. 33 motions back into the backfield. Ryan Chapman tackled for a loss.
Looks like he lost the yard there.
Defense of Sioux Falls Christian is no joke there, especially when you've got a 51 Maddox Munson, 15 Dawson Unruh, really have both been leading the charge this year. Very physical unit to complement that excellent veteran linebacking core. 3rd and 2, Tanagers lining up in a no-back formation. Christofferson shouting the play across.
Did you notice that they switched guards? What does that mean?
I think they're going to go quarterback sneak here. The Chargers are ready for it. Lincoln Alseth, very instinctual. I've been very impressed in these first 5 games watching him literally just play loose, play free. He's making a great play on the ball there. When you're no back, you've got nobody to block that guy.
Yep.
And he's completely free, and Lincoln's going to make that play 9 times out of 10.
Well, I think what the Tanagers are thinking there is, let's go empty, and when we say empty, that means there's not a running back in the backfield. So you're spreading out your receivers. You have 3 on one side, 2 on the other. So then that causes the defense to have to spread out their linebackers, and then you keep a guy like Alseth, who's a freshman at linebacker all by himself, and you think, okay, we can go at a freshman. But he doesn't play like a freshman. He's a really good football player.
He's got a lot of courage, a lot of heart, and just well schooled. Doesn't play like a freshman. So at the end of the first quarter, Sioux Falls Christian 21, Vermillion 0. We're flipping fields. We'll take a little break. All right, we're back 4th down for the Tanagers. They're going to go for it from their own 35-yard line, looking to really get something going here. Christofferson looking for the snap here. Rolls to the right. He's got some help. Passes. Broken up by Jude Prinz, breaking on a late throw. It will be Sioux Falls Christian football. We're going to take a peek across the rest of Class 11A. We've got some scores. Jake, what do we got going on?
Yeah, right now we have St. Thomas More beating Belle Fourche 14-0. You have Hot Springs beating Custer 14-7. You have Madison ahead of Tri-Valley 14-0. Rapid City Christian ahead of Lakota Tech 26-0. Millbank ahead of Webster 12-8. Dakota Valley ahead of Beersford 7-0. Lennox ahead of Canton 14-0. And then you have West Central ahead of Del Rapids 14-6, and that's a game to maybe watch closely and see what happens there. In that game, it's 6 minutes left in the second quarter. And we'll try to keep you guys up to date on some of this. But, yeah, just some big games across the state tonight.
Moving quickly, the Chargers take a shot downfield to Brant Wassner, broken up near the goal line. Looking to take a shot on first down. Sometimes after a change like that in a plus field position situation, you want to take a shot at the end zone. They did that and just came up a little short. Good play by the Tanagers defender. Numbers are a little hard to see. Maybe it's just getting old. I'm not sure.
They're hard for me too.
Need some knocks. Need some binoculars. All right, 2nd down and 10. Snap, looks back. Screenplay set up to the left. Pixler. Tanager's not fooled on that screenplay. It was covered well by number 79, Dane Richardson. And along with who else? That's number 7 coming off the pile there.
Yep, that's Luke
Cole,
Reed.
Cole Cleveland for the Tanagers coming off the pile.
That would be Cale Cleveland.
Cale Cleveland. I didn't realize we could get fonts this small.
I just wanted to give you a hard time there because you just talked about your vision.
Well,
hey, I want to come back to that first play, though. You talked about Coach Smith trying to go for the end zone on that first play, and typically what teams do as they are putting together scouting reports is they try to see formations and see what teams do when they're in certain formations, but they also try to see what teams do when it gets to 1st and 10 or 2nd and 8. And so that was kind of a tendency breaker because typically when it's first down, you're looking to get 4, 5, 6, 7 yards, and they tried to take a shot at the end zone. And so as the next team that Sioux Falls Christian plays looks to break down Sioux Falls Christian film, that breaks a lot of the tendencies that Sioux Falls Christian does for most of the year.
Yeah, it appears the Tanagers have come in with a pretty clear game plan. They're not going to allow the vertical passing game. They've got 4 deep. They're really playing quarters, if you will, and they're really trying to eliminate that part of the field. Game plan probably is going to adjust to that intermediate passing game.
And just to be specific, that typically means your corners are responsible for each quarter of the field, and your safeties are responsible for the middle quarters. And so everybody has a quarter.
2 by 2, Jude Prinz motioning over, 3 receivers to the right. Strandy out to Prinz. He's got some space up the sideline, powerfully moving up the sideline. He's going to be near a first down. Looks like the mark will be just a little short, maybe 2 yards short. We're going to be looking at a 4th and 2 for the Chargers.
Oh, looks like they're moving it.
Oh, they did move it.
You know, it's fun to see sophomore to sophomore here. So you see Prinz catch that ball. He makes a little bit of a juke to the inside, cuts out, great block, and good for the first down.
Same play again, rewind. Jesse Whitty, that little bubble screen to the 3 receiver side.
And John, what's nice to see is you see a lot of balls going to Prinz, you see Whitty, you see Wassner. I mean, these are all kids that are going to be back a year from now. And so you have some good seniors, but you also have some great underclassmen as well.
Same formation, trips to the boundary, handoff Pixler up the middle, midline, rumbling. Was not touched for about 6 yards there. He'll have first down yardage inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Chargers.
But he was tackled by Nolan Nygren.
Same formation, trips to the boundary, quickly to the line. Handoff to Pixler, inside zone, pushes to the 5-yard line. They're just feeding picks right now.
Yeah,
they're just giving them the ball.
I think there's something to you've earned this. You've ran the ball well. You've ran the ball hard. And sometimes as a coach, you want to take care of your players who are doing what you ask them to do. And so I'll be curious to see if they're going to try to get him in the end zone here.
So this will be the 4th play in the row. They've gone trips. Oh, they're going to flip it. They're flipping the formation now. Looks like they're changing it.
And I wonder if they do the same exact thing, just going the other way.
Oh, so in line, so they're tray left.
No.
Pass the single receiver side. Wassner contact before the ball arrives, and a flag is incoming. Good turn by Brandt, and he got contacted by number 1 for the Tanagers.
Elijah Lara
just a bit early.
So he just watches. He just hits him, and he can't have that contact until that ball touches him as a receiver. And so Lara just hit him a little bit early. It's a tough break for the Tanagers, but that's the right call.
It's like we'll have 2nd down from the 3-yard line. 3 receivers left, tailback right, out of the gun. Snap, a little bit low. Strandy scrambles to his left. Excellent, breaks a tackle into the end zone. Cooper Strandy making really an excellent finish there.
He looks stronger than a sophomore.
It'd be easy for him to kind of lose his head there, but a great job. Snap was just a little bit low. Play broke down, and he ended up recovering, making a positive gain for a touchdown.
Well, what I love is he could have looked for the corner of the end zone, but he knew he needed to get to the end zone.
Under his kick, just a bit right, wide and right. So with that, the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers get 6, 27-0, 9:54 to go in the 2nd quarter. We'll be lining up. Good series there by the Chargers.
I'll be curious to see how the Tanagers respond, because they've looked fired up on the sidelines. Their coaches look like they're getting into it. Again, this is kind of a gut check for a team like the Tanagers. You're down 27-0. You can check out right now, or you can come to play, and kind of shows where your character's at. And it seems like they have a lot of high character right now, because they just come back and continue to compete.
Yeah, the story of the game so far has not only been the field position, but also the Sioux Falls Christian defense really locking down. There haven't been any mistakes made by the Tanagers. It's just Brett Keepers and the defense is really just, grounded this Tanager offense.
Which is pretty typical, and I'll be curious to see, do they get rid of the run game and try to depend on the pass, or we'll see where they go from here.
rolling kickoff picked up across the 25 to the 27-yard line. That's number 4, Trenton Thomas, the senior. 6 foot, 160 pounds, handling that kickoff return. Up to the 27. Tanagers will be looking to sustain a drive here. I think it starts really, Jake, by getting a first down. They just need to really look at what they can do it well, continue to get that ball out quickly, negate that rush from the Chargers. Here we go, first down. 3 receivers, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Snap back. Christofferson has some pressure from Unruh. Ball slightly overthrown over the head of number 6, Traquin Thomas. Second down and 10.
And it looks like the Chargers just giving a ton of pressure. If he would have had half a second, would have been able to get that ball in there. But it looked like Unruh just came right at him and had to throw it over the top and sell it over the top of the receiver.
Yeah, into the game, senior number 9, Finn Lawrence at left defensive end. Lincoln Leo in at nose, and Unruh stays in at defensive end. Finn is just a great high-energy young man. Came out for football last year, and he's doing a great job as a senior on special teams and now getting some time on the D-line. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right, snap, bubble screen out. Great play made on the corner.
Broken up by Netches, actually.
Yes.
That's the outside linebacker, and he read that and kind of got put in a position where do I try to pick that ball off, or do I try to make a tackle? And yeah, just a tough spot, but looked like he made the right read there.
High IQ football player, number 10, Drew Netches. 3rd down and 10. Tanagers stay with the 3 wides, no back look here. Really, I think what they're saying is we're going to spread you out across the field and make a 4-man rush work. So we've got some subs in on defense for the Chargers. 3rd down and 10. Pass in the flat, just wide. Missed for Thomas there. Into the game for the Chargers at Mike linebacker, Dylan Connect, the junior.
It's good to see some of these kids get some reps because you never know what's going to happen. You never know when an injury is going to happen. You want to get your kids ready. You want to have the next man up.
Coach Keeper's making a couple substitutions. Number 24, Caleb Jones in at corner. We're punting a punt formation now. It's good to see number 24 out there along with Darion Smith is deep, as is Tate Connell, number 21. Going to number 3, Darion Smith, straight up the field, breaks the tackle, keeps moving, bubbles back, around, circles around. He's got 2 blockers, right sideline, pushing ahead. He's got room. He's got an escort. Touchdown. Number 3, Darion Smith.
And what I love is you saw Dawson Unruh celebrating, leading the way, making blocks. You see guys like Tegan Gruen who's getting in front of people. You know, that was a team effort. Darion broke a few tackles early on, but you see the Chargers just making their way upfield, lead block, and great play all around by the Chargers there.
Great awareness by that return team. I mean, really to stay on the play. Rather than give up, they kept looking to find work, and eventually it paid off in the south end zone.
Well, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have much success on a punt return, and then all of a sudden they're not giving up, and they take it to the house.
Extra point is good, pushes the score to 34-0, 9:19 to go in the second quarter. Sioux Falls Christian on top of the Vermillion Tanagers. I credit Coach Smith and the culture that he's building here. He talks about the few, F-E-W, and that middle E is effort. And when you're up by 4 scores in the second quarter, it can be easy to lose that effort and that focus. And honestly, you don't see that. You don't see that. You see the consistent effort from the blue squad tonight.
But what I loved about that is, again, you had kids who maybe weren't in on the first couple drives or defensive stands, and then all of a sudden they're coming in and they got something to prove right now to their coaches, and so they're showing that motivation, that effort, stepping up, making big plays.
Yeah, good showing so far by really the defense as well as the special teams. We missed 1 extra point, but other than that, it's been pretty tight operations from Coach Wolf and the special teams unit. Lining up for a kickoff here, kicking south. Looks like there's a little bit of a crosswind. It's tough to tell, but Dawson's leg appears to be getting a little tired, but it goes through the end zone. Not sure that the Tanagers will be real happy about that decision. But the ball come out to the 20.
Dawson Unruh's a fun kid to be around. He's a high energy kid. He gets pumped up. He's not always what you'd expect from a kicker, but he's not just a kicker. He's an ex-goalie on the soccer team. He's a defensive end.
All right, looks like Keepers is subbing down a few. It looks like at particular positions. Dylan connects back in along with Lincoln Ulseth there. We've got some D linemen in as well. Coming off the ball, Jake Sprick put some pressure on Christofferson. Pass completed up to the 26-yard line for the Tanagers, number 7.
Cale Cleveland.
Cale Cleveland.
Freshman. So it looks like he could be the backup quarterback right now. So could be the quarterback of the future there. But that was a great, just let's toss the ball, let's catch it. And that's what I think they've been trying to do all game.
Finn Lawrence and Jake Sprick in on defense. A couple substitutions there for the Chargers. Here we go, 3 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Ryan to the left of Christofferson. Ryan gets the handoff up the middle, near first down yardage. It's going to be close. They're signaling 3rd down.
Looks like it's half a yard short. But again, they're going back to the run, and I respect that. You could totally get rid of that because it hasn't been that successful tonight. But coach is trusting his boys up front and trying to develop something there.
Rowan Vanderstel comes in at nose. Jake Sprick stays in. Jake Sprick, a sophomore, excellent freshman last year's season, cut short by an injury, but he's back out there and he's playing really hard. Good pad level. Here we go. 3rd down and about a half a yard. Tight end left is a heavy run formation for the Tanagers. Here it comes. Handoff up the middle. Not today. The line of scrimmage was owned there by the defensive line for the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. Great push up front. Bring up 4th and 2.
And that makes it tough in the last couple series. Tanagers have had the ball 3rd and 1, and you think, okay, what are you going to do? You got to run the ball. But the Chargers D-line and linebackers said, you know, we're going to make this difficult on you. And so now what do you do? When it's 3rd and 1, do you have to throw the ball now?
Well, it looks like Tate Connell's deep here. He's at about 13 yards. I think they're ready for the quick kick, but at this point in the game, I think the Tanagers are going to really try to work to get a 1st down. They've got a tray formation to the right, single back. Here's we've got a timeout called by Vermillion.
Yeah, it makes it tough too. You know, if the Chargers do stop them on a play like this, all of a sudden they turn around and score, you go up, you know, potentially 40-41. You start putting yourself in that category of you come out with a running clock. Do you, again, and I don't want to ever say this, but do you get a 50-point situation? And so, yeah, you got to think about how do you want to proceed with this game? How do you want to get your underclassmen reps? What's your hope? And so there's a lot of thoughts going through, and there's not necessarily a right answer.
Good problem to have if you're a Charger fan.
It is a good problem to have for a Charger.
These are the problems we want to have. But Tanagers have grouped. It looks like they are going to go for it. The defense has got their orders. They're running back out into the field. A few substitutions in, you can tell, at defensive end and a linebacker. Maybe pulling a few of those older guys off, giving a little breather. New formation, haven't seen this formation. It's a sprint. Look like they're trying to carry it with Cole Cleveland. Cole Cleveland, heavy formation, but he's going to be short of the 1st down. Turnover on downs. Sioux Falls Christian will take possession at the 26-yard line going in.
All right, Johnson Chanko, I'm going to put you in position. You've coached before. What do you do? You're up 34-0. Do you keep your starters in, continue to give them reps, or do you start getting other guys in on offense?
I think there's a lot of value in getting competitive reps, and I think when you're in the 1st half, I think you keep your starters in. And, you know, Smith has made some key substitutions here, but I think you keep your guys up front in. Tate Connell Hand off to the left zone. Made a couple of yards. It looks like the Tanagers were there. That cover four, that shell coverage that they have, really designed to eliminate the long pass, is also effective in those outside runs, as they have two unaccounted for secondary players. So 2 receivers right, 2 tight ends left. Tate Connell to the left. Cooper Strandy takes a handoff, hands it off to Tate Connell over the left side. Over tackle, looks like he's going to be about 3 yards short of a first down, near the 20-yard line. Bring up a 3rd down for Jared Smith and the Chargers. Strandy's got the play. He's running in. There's no huddle. They're all referring to their wristbands that are curated every week by the staff. Here we go, 3rd down, same formation. 2 tight ends left, 2 receivers right. Connell, looks like they're changing the play at the line of scrimmage.
Looked like they tried to get them to jump, and they didn't.
Here we go, 3rd down, got the play in. Snap, handoff to Connell, zone left, breaks 1 tackle, crosses the first down. He's down to the 13-yard line. First down, Chargers, no flags. Clock is running.
And you just love watching Connell because he is the shifty back of the two, but he's a strong kid at 183 pounds.
Tate Connell has put a lot of work into the last couple of years in the weight room. Really, developed himself into a really physically impressive young man.
Yeah, I
durable.
I think coaches would say he is a program guy. He does everything that the coaches ask of him, and then some.
First down for the Chargers from the 15-yard line. 2 tight ends left, 2 receivers right. Tate Connell to the right. Shotgun snap. Looks like a quarterback draw designed for Strandy up the middle. Breaks 1 tackle down to the 5-yard line. Good enough for a first down, it appears, or very close. It's going to be just short of the first down marker.
These are situations now where, again, do you just keep pounding the ball, or do you do something to break a tendency? 2nd and 1, we typically think, okay, let's get that first down. You're in the goal line. Do you break a tendency so when teams are scouting you next week?
Got Brant Wasner and Jesse Whitty off to the left. Canyon Prinz is in at tight end.
He's a guy who can do a lot of things.
I would look for Prinz here. Maybe a return route, maybe just a post. Motion across, Whitty motions across. Handoff to Tate Connell. Zone left, touchdown.
Again, they didn't get cute on that drive. They just continued to feed the rock to Connell. Came back with a QB keep, punched it in.
I want to give some big love to those offensive linemen. Right tackle, Anderson Simchenko, right guard. Matthew Steensma has been having a great senior campaign. He's really stepped into a starting role. Again, great program guy. And as a senior, he's getting a chance to start playing excellent.
Yeah, he's a big, strong kid. And it's fun to see. Again, you see those guys a year ago who maybe weren't quite there, and now you see these guys, and they're young men walking through the hallways, strong kids, powerful kids.
I've had the privilege of coaching at Sioux Falls Christian. A lot of awesome kids. Steensman's near the top of the list.
I love it. He's a great kid. He is a great
awesome
kid.
He has such a good personality and perspective on life.
And he's a team guy. He cares about other people, and it's not about him.
He'll be the first one to jump in and give scout reps at any point. I mean, he'll give him a scout level. So Matthew Steensman, Marcus Firth, the guys doing a great job this year. Senior starting for the first time. Really doing a good job, along with Rowan Vanderstouw and Lincoln Leo, of course. Nothing happens for your offense unless your offensive line is moving people.
Well, and I appreciate taking time to recognize those guys individually, because we say offensive line way too much, and they are as valuable as anybody else on the team. Really, you need an offensive line to be a successful team, and that's where it starts.
I like the Jim Harbaugh's theory. He drafted Joe Holt a couple years ago. They said, "Aren't you going to draft a weapon, an offensive weapon?" He said, "I did." He's 6'9", 300 pounds. He's a weapon.
You must be a Harbaugh guy, because that's the second quote I've heard from you today on Jim Harbaugh.
I got a bunch of them. Jake. All right, kickoff goes. Tanagers cover it. Almost feels a little bit like Groundhog's Day here.
Tell me more.
25-yard line, 22-yard line, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And with the Sioux Falls Christian defense, if there is a crack, we've not found it yet. They have been on point tonight. Looks like they're subbing down Drew Negebauer in a corner now, number 16. Safety, Tegan Grun moves over to play free safety in the cover 3 look. Logan Van Zanten's in. We got a few others in. We'll get those names called here. Ryan going to his right. Not much. Good pursuit by the Sioux Falls Christian defense.
Well, it's interesting, you know, you see the substitutions are starting to happen a little bit more on the defense and not on the offense, and it's easier to make those transitions from the defensive side of the ball. I remember coaching back with Coach Keepers back in the day, and I would ask him when he was going to sub down, and he'd come back and ask me when I was going to sub down, because I coached the offense, he coached the defense, because you both want to make sure you're working together in that partnership there.
Got a couple of juniors in, number 20, Brady Bile in a defensive end, Logan Boyle in an outside linebacker. Some juniors getting some playing time here, doing a great job. Ryan out of the backfield, motions out, 3x2. Quarterback draw up the middle. About 8-yard gainer. Going to bring up 3rd and short.
Tackled by number 20, Brady Bile. 6'5", 177 pounds. Big D end.
He is just, here we go, 3rd and short. Tanagers. One back to the right, shotgun, 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right, waiting for the shotgun snap. Chargers up on the line, look like they're bringing that blitz, and they do bring it again. Ryan, 33, struggling. It's going to be probably close enough for a measure.
So they got the first down.
Well, they're giving them the first down. Ryan Chapman, you know, considering what the score is, you don't see any quit. Very, very well coached squad for the Tanagers, continuing to fight, continuing to get better. Good job by the Tanager squad getting a first down, moving the chains. First down and 10, 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Chapman to the left. Christofferson looking downfield. He's got a receiver. Number 13 is open. Grant Rohrig.
Tackled by Tegan Gruen. But just to respond to what you just said, Tom O'Boyle has been the coach for maybe the last 5 years at Vermillion. And I'll come back to this here in a second. I'll let you keep
quarterback. So Nolan Nygren now is actually in a quarterback number 8. Nolan is a junior, taking some snaps here and actually got some momentum going here with this this offensive squad. Throw out to number 7, Cale Cleveland, was just a little bit wide by Nygren. Clock stops at 2:10 to go in the second quarter, 41-0. But the Tanagers are moving the ball. They've got a little momentum going here. Looking to get better.
They're constantly competing. It's been a fun, well-coached team to watch.
3 receivers to the right. Chapman to the left. Here comes the snap. Handoff to Chapman up the middle. He's got some space, fighting hard for about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 for the Tanagers.
Well, what I love, you can see Coach Keepers focuses on bringing his kids to the football. You see all 11 guys surrounding the football. They don't give up until the tackle's made, the whistle's blown, and his kids fly to the football. So
Jason Konis and Dylan connected on the tackle there. Jason Konis playing D-line, young sophomore. Lots of promise. Looks like we pretty much got the whole second group. Here's the pass, caught by number 1.
Elijah Lara,
the
senior,
for a first down. Tanagers moving the ball now. Clock at 1:30. Clock stop as he ran out of bounds. No huddle. Looks like the Tanagers are getting up the line of scrimmage. The play is going to be called from the sideline. And Nygren's getting the signals. They're ready to go. No back. 3 receivers right, 3 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Now, just to make it clear,
pass incomplete.
If you catch the ball, you step out of bounds, the clock stops. If the pass is incomplete, the clock stops. And so it looks like Vermillion, you know, they see a minute 27 left on the clock. How do we use this clock to our favor? Maybe we can get one in, punch it in, come out with a little bit of confidence.
Done a great job all night tonight, the Tanagers, of neutralizing the Charger pass rush with quick throws to the perimeter. 2-by-2 formation here. Look for a vertical crossing route covered by Connect and number 7 for the Chargers.
Yep, that'd be Luke Reitzma.
Luke Reitzma.
Great coverage. Again, the Chargers keep just rotating guys in and out.
Yeah, they're running that cross route. It looked at some point here they need to take a shot to the end zone. 1:23 to go in the first quarter. It's 3rd and 10. Waiting for the snap is Nygren. Takes the snap. Some pressure. Caught by number 4. Immediately tackled by Tegan Groen across the middle. That is yardage for a first down.
And that was Trenton Thomas. He just catches that ball. He knows he's going to get hit. And typically, you know, guys maybe let that ball slide out, but he stayed up strong. It looks like he's lipping off, but way to come down with that ball there.
He caught it with his hands and then protected the ball with his body. Excellent technique.
Fundamentally sound.
As the Tanagers look to keep the tempo. The clock is running just over a minute. 1st and 10. Incomplete. Pass intended for number 1, Elijah Lara. Looked like it went right through his hands. He had blockers as well, with a little bit of a bubble screen there to the wide side of the field. 2nd down and 10. Clock stops. 56 seconds to go before halftime. If you're tuning in, alumni, friends, family, Sioux Falls Christian, we have a very special reveal here at halftime in honor of the upcoming Key to the City game. Please stay tuned at halftime. There we go. Chargers look like they wrap up quarterback number 8, Nolan Nygren, in the backfield for a loss. It's going to be 3rd and long. Also at halftime, we'll be recognizing the Class A state champ girls basketball team. And for those of you that have any kind of memory, what an incredible game that was. I mean, the whole tournament was awesome, but I don't think you'll ever forget that game.
One of the best games I've ever seen. Came down to the last seconds as time expired, and Sioux Falls Christian came out on top, but a great battle. 2 really good basketball teams. Great comp. I love basketball as much as the next person, but that was exceptional. I would have paid to watch that game. I love basketball.
You could quote me. That's a Jim Harbaugh quote.
I want to make an announcement. We're going to change gears here. The band had another strong performance today in Chester, placing 1st in Class AA and winning all caption awards. Drumline wins, Color Guard, and Drum Majors. Festival of Bands starts tomorrow at 8:30, and our band stepping off approximately at 10:15. So congratulations on a successful season. Great job, Mr. G and Ms. Rayons.
Awesome. Excellent. All right, as we approach halftime here, 38 seconds to go before halftime, the Tanagers have 3rd and long, your 3rd and 15 from their own 20, or from the Chargers 27-yard line. This will be an opportunity, obviously 2-down territory, to get at least a chunk of this yardage. If they can step out of bounds, that would be excellent. 3 receivers left, no one in the backfield except Nygren, waiting for the snap, signaling to his receiver. Looks like he's got the fist. Here's the snap. In breaking route off the hands of number 4, Trenton Thomas. Nygren has been really putting the ball on people.
Yeah, he throws the ball really well. Yeah. I'm just a little curious. You know, they made the change, and I don't know if Christofferson has an injury or something else going on. But Nygren looks like a really solid quarterback.
He gets rid of the ball quickly. So 4th down now, 15 to go. Look for the Tanagers here. Drop back. Nygren out to number 7. Caught. Right there is number 7, Luke Reitzma, with a solid tackle, bringing him to the ground along with Drew Negebauer and a host of Chargers. turnover on downs for the Chargers.
You want to take pride in being a bend but don't break defense, and the Chargers bent there a little bit, just in making some different subs and changes, but they held their ground and kept the Tanners out of the end zone. So nice job, Chargers.
Looks like Coach Smith is elected to hand over the rest of the first half to his second squad. Looks like the entire group is in. I'm assuming that's Mulder in at quarterback. He hands off to number, I believe that's number 42. So Damon Jasper. Did we get?
Yep, that would have been Rowan Mulder handing off to Damon Jasper.
It's good to see to get those young guys in here in meaningful time here. The game's still contested.
Well, and they're playing against varsity kids right now. Tanners still have their starters in. And
looks like the Chargers are going to let the clock run out on halftime. So with that, as halftime arrives, Sioux Falls Christian Chargers 41, Vermillion Tanagers 0. We will be back in just a couple of moments.
Tonight we are recognizing the 2024-25 girls basketball team Class A state championship. Members of the 24-25 girls Class A state basketball championship team are Kinsey Pepla, Aubrey Van Beek, Oakley Havler, McKinley Reitzma, Katie Vanderleest, Avery Nelson, Emery Ems, Avery Waits, Cindy Scott, Neely Stanford, Maya Nelson, Maya Van Dalen, Ruth Dvorak, Jayla Lieberman, Leslie Setzer. Coaches of the 24-25 girls team, head coach Dan DeYoung, assistant coaches Zach Perry, Ryan Fetters, and Rhonda Negebauer. This team looks back on the season with joy and gratitude of the opportunity to glorify God as they went through the highs and lows of the season. Students were able to use their God-given gifts to work together to win the first girls basketball state championship in school history. Congratulations to the 24-25 girls state basketball champions.
Welcome back. We're here at Sioux Falls Christian at Bob Young Field here, where tomorrow will be the key to the city game. Augustana University, playing the University of Sioux Falls, a fun Sioux Falls matchup, and catch you up with scores. Jake, you got some scores for us across Class A?
Yeah, Rapid City Christians leading Lakota Tech 68-0. Dakota Valley's up 10-7 over Beersford in a tight game. Lennox is up 21-0 over Canton. The Del Rapids West Central game is kind of going back and forth. Del Rapids is up 21-14. St. Thomas More 45-0 over Belfouche. Hot Springs 35-7. Millbank over Webster 14-8 in a tight game. Millbank showed some promise this year. And then you have that Madison Tri-Valley game 26-7.
So a little surprised there that Tri-Valley undefeated, ranked number 5.
Actually, Tri-Valley lost last week, so I think they're both 4-1. And that's what I was curious to see. Where is Tri-Valley at? They traditionally have a strong, well-coached program. Maybe haven't been quite up in the past few years. They got a good program.
I think this is their first year back from 11B.
You know
I know they went down to 11B a couple years there.
I should know that. I've been out too long.
No, too long.
They've been back and forth, though. They've been A, B, and yeah.
Well, it's never too late to come home. I'm glad you're home, Jake. It's good to have you.
Thank you. Hey, we're both retired Sioux Falls Christian coaches.
This might be a hot take. I don't know. Perhaps it was just a little. But I saw number 11 down there taking a few throws, throwing the ball around a little. I don't know if we'll see Canyon Prison in the second half. I would think not.
Yeah,
but
you got to decide. Do you want to risk that? Do you want to risk injury? Do you want to put him in a position he hasn't been in a long time? I mean, obviously a few weeks, but yeah, just maybe rest the kid if you can.
Well, the Tanagers are going to kick off to the Chargers to open up the second half here, and it looks to me that the JV offense is gathering around Coach Annenson. Looks like they'll be taking the field here as we begin the third quarter. Some great time in the second half for our younger players to develop and get some really good varsity looks here. Ball's kicked off, taken at the 10-yard line.
Trey Van Dong
moving it up the field, keeping his feet moving. Excellent job by the sophomore. Oh, Trey.
And this is the time where you talk about the subbing down, and maybe people don't care to hear this, but this is a hard job to manage as a coach when you're putting kids in, you're taking kids out. You want to make sure you have the right personnel. These are times where I had to use a lot of timeouts, or we'd have too many men on the field or not enough men on the field. So looks like they're pretty structured right now in their offense.
Looks like a handoff to the right.
Jasper.
Damon Jasper, tough run. You're looking at Damon Jasper, who is going to carry that ball. He is 5'7", 164 pounds, but I tell you what, he fights well above that weight.
He is a tough kid, one of those kids that's pretty gutsy, just willing to get after it, put his body on the line.
All right, we got tight end right, double tight end actually set here out of the pistol. Handoff again to Jasper over the right side. In at tight end, we'll just kind of give you a few names here. In at tight end, we have Ryan Dielman, Jacob Woodward, number 86. In at receiver, number 25, Luke Van Leeuwen. And our other receiver, we're going to pick him up here, maybe number 5.
Yep, that's Trey Van Dong.
Dawson Mulder.
Play action.
Boots left. Across to Ryan Dielman, catches the ball up to the 50-yard line. Nice catch in traffic by Ryan Dielman, the 6'9" sophomore.
Nice to see the younger guys play some catch and look natural out there.
We're gonna see definitely so far definitely not a drop off in level play you're seeing out of this second unit for the Chargers. Quickly up the ball, Jasper again over the right side, stopped for a short loss here. We've got some penetration, number 79 for the Tanagers. We've talked about Dane Richardson, a senior, 6'3", 265, very tough to handle. Up front, you will see him make an impact here, especially running against this group.
And just to give a little bit of credit, that was actually Zach Lefevre who had the carry there.
That way, Zach.
Tossed out to Jasper there.
22
Ball's on the ground.
22 for the Tanagers, or 22 for the Tanagers. That is Bryce Voss with the tackle. Things are going in the wrong direction here on this second set of downs. As you reach the 50, kind of being backed up here, it's 3rd and 12. Coming out, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, split either way, pistol formation, snap, drop back. Mulder throwing downfield, looking for Dealman across the middle, just slightly overthrown. There was some contact in that second level, but well, that's a pretty big target to throw to down the middle of the field there.
Well, it looks like that's who he's confident, that's who he's comfortable with. He connected with him earlier, and he's going back to him again. And Ryan, for being as tall as he is at 6'9", has some wheels.
Mulder has impressed in the opportunities he's gotten so far this year. Mulder has done a great job of just commanding the offense. I mean, he's getting great. He's getting great coaching. He's getting great reps in practice. Here we go, 4th down. Chargers are going for it. Miscommunication there. It looks like the receiver, number 5, Trey Van Dong, looked like we got signals crossed there a little bit.
Well, that might look like a moment. It's, it's 4th and 12, and you're like, why are the Chargers going for it on 4th and 12? But it's tough to get a younger punt group in that you maybe haven't worked with, going against an upper class Tanager team right now. And so they're going for it and maybe giving the Tanagers a little bit better field position, knowing that connection wasn't maybe likely there.
All right, well, here's the Chargers defense. Tanagers are up 2 by 2. Ryan Campbell takes the handoff from number 8. He breaks to the right side, crosses the 40-yard line near a 1st down yardage.
It looks like they stuck with Nolan Nygren at quarterback.
Ryan Chapman doing a great job tonight. I think if you're looking across this roster, you see number 33, a consistent playmaker for the Tanagers. They're going to have a 2nd and 1 against the Chargers defense here.
When you look at the Tanagers up front, they're a big crew. They look strong. They look physical. Really, they're just a few plays away from having a few things up front from having some big plays.
Ryan Dealman, Brady Bile in at defensive end, and then Jake Sprick taking the nose reps here. 2 by 2, Chapman to the right. Nygren looking for the snap here on 2nd and short. Fakes the handoff, pulls it, keeps it, runs off right tackle for a good gain up to the 27-yard line. Moving the chains for the Tanagers. 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Chargers defense. Looks like the Tanagers have kind of abandoned the passing game here in lieu of the keep the ball moving, keep the clock running strategy here. So again, 2 by 2 formation. Chapman in the backfield to the right. Number 1 motions across. Handoff up the middle. Stopped up the middle after about a short gain of about 3 yards was number 80. Dylan Connect. Good tackle. Tough guy to bring down, number 33, but good tackle by Dylan Connect there. In the hole, 2nd and 8. They're moving some receivers around. They go to the no-back formation, 3 left, 2 to the right. Nygren barking out the signals. Chargers defense is set, 3 cover shell. Nice job up the middle, looking for a little sneak, wiggle up the middle. Dylan Connect again with the tackle.
Yeah.
No way.
And again, it looks like they are trying to spread things out and put the quarterback one-on-one with Connect. And Connect responds. Great play, great kid, great football player.
Yeah, becoming a real special team stalwart this year, but also getting some time in that linebacker. It's tough. It's kind of crowded in that linebacker room.
It is
for the Chargers.
But
talented players.
Like you said earlier, we have 4 seniors, so the future looks bright there for him.
Got Caden Wirtz in there, Logan Bile, other tight ends. Logan Van Zanten's in there. Looking up top, can't tell who that is. Oh, snap over the head, going back. Chapman covers it, doesn't cover it. Actually, ball's loose. Chargers recover it. Can't tell who comes off the pile. Great hustle.
Looks like number 20,
Brady Bile. Johnny on the spot.
and you work in practice, you think about scoop and score, scoop and score, scoop and score. But what the Chargers want to do there is they want to secure the football.
Coach Keepers and that defensive staff really preach the what they call chase the cheese.
Tell me about that.
Chase the cheese, man. It's 11 guys running to the ball, and that's their mantra. Chase the cheese. You maybe ask Coach Keepers about that. There may be a YouTube video with some people chasing a ball of cheese down a hill. May or may not be school appropriate. I don't know.
I've seen that actually before.
That might flag the
Let's just say that he didn't talk about chasing the cheese in 2018 when we coached together. So,
well, coaches keep improving.
Yes.
He took that little sabbatical there and came back. Hand the ball off again. First down yardage for number 42.
Damon Jasper.
Who Damon Jasper is definitely finding some work here in the second half.
That's fun if you can say in a varsity game you got 10 carries or so. It's fun for a young kid. And it looks like they're rotating him and Lefevre in and out together.
Luke Van Leeuwen coming down here. He's your single receiver on the right side next to Dielman at tight end. Regular 2x2 formation here, 12 personnel. Handoff snaps a little high. We got Tanagers in the backfield.
That's tough, you know.
Yeah.
If that cadence gets off a little bit, the snap goes high, the running back has to slow down, and then it messes with the timing.
That's number 78 Nash Buckman for the Tanagers. He's a freshman, 6'3", 210. And tell you what, he's pretty fired up, as he should be. Excellent play. All right, the Chargers come back out, break the huddle. They're going to stay in that 12 personnel look, 2x2 shotgun pistol formation. Got him to jump offside on the freeze call. Good call. Now things have changed. Of course, Coach Smith is delegating here, it appears, in the second half. We got Coach Anderson on the field. Coach Anderson is the JV play caller, and many times when that group goes in, Coach Smith just does a great job delegating those play calling tasks to a veteran coach.
He's coached longer than I did. I think this is his 11th season. But what we are talking about, we're developing young kids, but you're also developing your other coaches.
Yes.
So he's giving them an opportunity to get the play calls, make decisions, and it's fun for somebody else to get that opportunity.
Swing pass to the right. Jasper, great catch in traffic. Fights and gets a first down across the 35-yard line. Excellent play. Jasper extending the play, making a two-handed catch, but it's good.
Well, and you watch it on that instant replay we just saw, right over his shoulder, catches it, brings it in, looks to get upfield, gets the first down. Could have gone down right away and not got that, but he understood where the chains were at.
Here we got the slide over to the left here. Fever gets the swing pass, catches it, brings it down for a short gain. He's tackled. Good hustle by number 55 for the Tanagers. Tell you what, Caleb Lara, a senior linebacker, an offensive lineman, doing a great job in space.
I wonder if that's
curling Zach Lefevre.
I wonder if he's brothers with Elijah Lara, number 1.
These are the questions
that we'll never know.
These will be into the evening unless we get in the comments. Maybe do we have comments on this broadcast? No comments. I can understand why.
We prefer not to see the comments.
Won't make that mistake for a third time, will we? Yeah, 1 minute now. Looks like there was a offsides by the crew in white. Good job of keeping that play count. As an offensive lineman, that's your best friend, is that snap count. Damon Jasper rumbling across the 25-yard line down to the 23-yard line. Looks like he got a first down. I tell you what, if you're looking to invest in the future of Sioux Falls Christian football, I would put investment into number 42.
Oh, I was going to say just in the future in general. But yes, I would put. Yes, I would agree with you on that.
This offensive line for the JV squad is doing a great job here too. We're going to get you. That's Harry Hofer there on 20. Harry Hofer, good job, pass protection. Ryan Dielman catches the ball, struggles ahead near the 16-yard line. We're going to be coming up with a second and medium here.
Looks like the clock's going to run out here, though.
Great job of the of the second group here on the Chargers really staying ahead of the chains, not getting in negative situations and moving the chains.
And I think they're playing against the varsity defense still. So, yeah, having a lot of success moving the ball, taking short passes, getting what they need, able to run the ball a little bit. Really starting to figure things out in that second unit. John, just want to ask you while we have a little bit of break here. You played football back in the day. Where did you play college ball at?
College ball?
Yeah.
You're familiar with the? This was 100 years ago. This is back in the Division II. Yeah, but I played in North Dakota at the State University there.
I've just heard a lot of great things about you as a player. I've talked to some guys who've gone up against you and just how you got after it.
Well, I mean, it could be argued that you may need to get out more. That could be argued, Jake.
And then not only did you finish your career at North Dakota State, but then you went on to play for the Sioux Falls Storm. How many years did you play for the Storm?
I played 6 years. Actually, had the privilege of being teammates with two of the Sioux Falls Christian coaching staff, John Setzer and Jason Terry. Okay. Assistant coaches for the. Had a chance to play with Jason Terry, and of course, Kansas State Wildcat legend receiver, multiple national champs there. So, Sets and Terry were fun to play with, along with a lot of other.
Well, congratulations on your successful career. I've heard, again, just great things about your abilities.
I'm sure they were. Whatever you heard, I'm sure was inflated drastically by my wife.
Something like that.
She loves.
It was actually. It was your mom. It was your parents.
They're big. My parents have been big fans my whole life, my entire life. As you know well.
Something like that.
I believe I've heard many of the things your father's had to say about your
Anyways,
exploits on the gridiron.
And they hand off to Damon Jasper.
We're back. Yeah, Damon Jasper. He might get to 40 carries here. Need to manage the pitch count here a little bit.
He might actually lead the team in carries at the end of the night, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, we're back. Second down, 8, just outside that red area. Good job by Mulder, sneaking.
Touchdown.
Scrambles into the end zone. I almost said Dawson Mulder. That's not it. My goodness. Rowan Mulder.
If it was Dawson Mulder, he'd be wearing the wrong number. Dawson was one of the unique guys that played quarterback and wore number 42. Looked a little bit odd.
Well, Rowan's going with 32. So that's not typical. But it's what a great heads-up play. There was a little bit of confusion, a little bit of chaos. Ended up just taking it across the goal line. With the kick is good. Extends the Charger lead to 48-0 with 10:56 to go in the fourth quarter. We have a.
Was that Jason Konis that kicked that in?
I believe it was number 45. Jason Konis. We like to call him Sunshine. That was his nickname as a freshman. He's always smiling. Konis is always smiling.
Okay, I can agree with that.
It's a breath of fresh air.
Nice kid.
Yeah, he kind of dealt with some injuries last year, but to see him come and get on the field now and playing, there's some real positive things. The second group there, led by Mulder, taking 7 points, put 7 points on the board.
And just to be a freshman and get those reps, yeah, just good experience to be able to have a nice run in the end zone.
Yeah, in that offensive line group, you got Noah Cruz, you got Harry Hofer, Paxton Anderson. You've got number 72. Is that Lennox Leo out there?
That is Lennox Leo.
Lennox Leo out there. Number 72. Good job by the Sioux Falls Christian staff. You got to give a lot of credit to some of those assistant coaches. Coach Nelson, of course, coming on this year. It's funny to think about Coach Nelson as a rookie on the staff. Coach Smith has done a great job through the years now of just assembling excellent people to help coach and support the program that's being built here. Thanks, of course, to our wonderful administration, which I think is where it all starts.
Everybody but the middle school.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to get in the middle of any of this.
I do want to recognize, though, a little bit, Tom O'Boyle was the coach last year. He's been the coach for 5 years. He's kind of been around in the state, and he was a very reputable coach at Vermillion last year. And so you wondered, okay, what's going to happen this year? And obviously the score looks 48-0, but I have a ton of respect for what they're trying to do and how organized Vermillion looks and well coached they look.
A little miscommunication on personnel here. We had an extra man on the field, which
those are the problems we talked about.
Yeah.
When you're making changes, and it's hard to manage when you have such a big squad. You want to get everybody in the game, get kids reps, get kids excited, because that's the thing right now. If I'm a freshman and a sophomore, and I get in the game, that helps me buy in the program. That helps me get excited about the future, what's next. But it also comes sometimes at a cost, like we just saw.
We got safeties. We got Negebauer and Jones in at safety, and we got Daniel Begeman playing left corner here, along with Luke Rietzma at linebacker. Up top, I can't see. That's probably Zane Michelle up there at top, at corner. Tanagers run up the middle. Nygren with a carry across the 35-yard line.
That was
enough
Zane.
Yardage for a first down. That was Zane.
Zane's number 13.
We got Logan Van Zanten in there. We've got Conison at nose.
You
Looks
have
like
these
Woody.
names.
Looks like Jacob Woodward in left defensive end. Cover 2. They're trying to protect the hashes here with this 4-receiver set. Motion across. Chapman still in the game. Look for the swing pass. Bubble screen over to Chapman. Oh, Daniel Begeman forces him out of bounds. Good job by Daniel. Tough football player, whether he's carrying it or playing corner. Daniel does a great job. Hard-nosed kid. Good to see him out there getting some reps and forcing a really good running back out of bounds. Jake Sprick checks in at left defensive end. Logan Van Zanten in at Mike. Is that Caden Wirtz, I think, maybe in there? 38. Is that Wirtzy?
That is Caden Wirtz.
It's some good minutes here. Good job by the D.
It might be fair to say that the Chargers have just got about everybody in. And then you look and you see down the sideline all the kids that are dressed in white, and those are the freshmen that don't dress out for the varsity games. But the numbers have gotten pretty big at Sioux Falls Christian.
Yeah, it's encouraging to see. It's encouraging to see. It's getting a little water. It's a little warm tonight. Haven't noticed any cramping. That's a good credit to our training staff.
Yeah, but
Josh Clausen, of course, taking care of our team and doing a great job.
Nothing to take away from those guys. I'm probably going to say the opposite, though. When you're playing half of a football game, you're not putting yourself in as many physical situations. So that's the hard thing as a coach, even right now. If you're Jared Smith, like, you want your kids to train their bodies for those moments where maybe you get down the road in the playoffs and you're having a chance to cramp. And did you get the minutes that you wanted to play, in a game like this or in previous games? But yes, Josh Clausen is top notch. He is the guy.
He's great. He does a great job. Holds players accountable as well as cares for them. Tough love sometimes. Deep pass down the middle. Connects number 7, Cale Cleveland. Catches a pass from Nolan Nygren. Good play, in-breaking route down to the 12-yard line. The Tanagers hustle up to the line. They're going to press this Chargers unit for a score here. They can smell the end zone now. Inside zone, up the middle. Number 33 again getting another carry. Chapman doing a good job. He gains about 4 yards, 2nd down and 6. In order to get a first down, they're going to get a couple yards. Hand off again, like they're handing that rock. First down yardage for Chapman. Ryan's doing a great job tonight. Looks like he's they want to get him in the paint, the Cougar zone.
Yeah, tackled by Daniel Begeman. Again, have nothing but praises to say about that kid.
There you go. Oh, heads up play. Logan Boyle. They pulled it. It was a RPO, and he just pulled it, and Boyle was right there to knock that ball down.
Hey, John, what does RPO mean?
Run pass option. So the quarterback, depending on what the defensive end is doing or what the linebacker's doing, they can either option to hand it off or to throw into the space vacated by the defender.
Thank you, John.
Well,
I know you know that, and I want to make sure everybody at home understands what you.
I tell you what, we're coming to a goal line situation here. It was on 2nd down there. Chapman trying to get in the end zone, but he was turned back at about the half-yard line by Ryan Dielman and a host of Chargers here. They're going to 3rd down. They're going to go again. I think they got two shots at this. 22 motions out. Hands it off to Chapman. Chapman pushes his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tanagers.
And sometimes you get that when you have a strong senior who just wants to find the end zone, wants to find something positive to search for. Yeah, just found the end zone. Great play.
Tanagers are going to line up for an extra point. They're going to kick it. Kicking, they have number 14, Oscar Edelin. Oscar Edelin is a freshman, 5'10", 145 pounds. Kick is up through the uprights and good. Tanagers get on the board with 5:16 to go in the 4th quarter. It's 48-7 Tanagers. When we come back, we'll see the conclusion.
And we're back.
Jake, this week, I mean, it appears the Chargers came out ready to play tonight, but there may be some adversities maybe this week. Talk a little bit about Heartland Week and what that means as you're shepherding a group of 15, 16, 17-year-old high school student athletes. What does it mean when you got to play a game with no school? I mean, what is that like?
So there was 2 things that were always the most challenging that I felt like from a scheduling standpoint when I coached. One being when you had the senior retreat. So senior retreat happened on a Wednesday of one of your game weeks, and so you had to get to school, practice at 6-ish, get kids there early, throws off your schedule after being there the night before. But then on top of that, we had that on Wednesday. On Thursday, kids weren't at school. On Friday, kids weren't at school. And so it just kind of messes up the schedule. And so it's frustrating sometimes when you're like, okay, we get in a rhythm, and then it gets thrown off. But it looks like it didn't impact the Chargers a whole lot this week.
Oh, we got a ball on the ground. Chargers taken from the left hash here at the 35-yard line, excuse me. Apparently there's a whistle.
There's a timeout, it looks like.
Okay, timeout. Well, I didn't mean to cut off your stream of conscience there.
It's good, man. It wasn't important.
Well, I think there's a lot of challenges. I mean, you got homecoming, there's distractions. You have Heartland Week, which, those of you that are tuning in and not a part of the Sioux Falls Christian, locally here of the family, understand this is it's a fall tradition, Sioux Falls Christian, where the teachers will go and do. Is it training that they do? What does Heartland Week mean for the community here at Sioux Falls Christian?
Yep. So Thursday and Friday, students don't have school. Staff goes down to Dort. We have a keynote speaker who we usually bring in to inspire our staff, but then also there's a ton of breakout sessions to just help our staff grow in a variety of different areas. And so it's great for our staff. Kids love it because they get school off, but also it just means there's an adjustment in schedule.
All right, back to the field here. We got 2 tight ends right, wing formation. We have 2 receivers to the left. Rowan Mulder in the pistol formation. Looking for a freeze call, and sure enough, draws the Tanagers offsides for a second time. Good discipline up front by the big men in blue.
And the Chargers are told not to jump there, but I always remember situations where we'd still jump all the time, so very good discipline.
You got number 74 at center, the longtime ball boy for the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers, A.J. Lewin.
Yes.
He is now on the field. Who is doing the ball boy duties now?
I don't know. This is like a dream come true.
He's looking good out there.
And he is a great football player.
Excellent come off.
He was a ball boy when I was coaching.
And he's not. I mean, he's got a challenge up there tonight. That's good to see. AJ out there doing well. Getting a first down. Tanagers running a guy off. They've got a little gap scheme. Oh, play stopped. Play stopped. Not sure exactly what's going on here. False start by the Chargers. Coach Anson giving instructions to the young signal caller, number 32, Rowan Mulder, a freshman, leading beyond his years here. Good job getting these guys in line. We've got 2 tight ends to the right, 2 receivers to the left, a single back. Appears to be Zach Lefevre in the pistol. Motion across, boot by Mulder. He finds number 5, Trey Van Dong, across the 50. Gain of about 7 yards.
Has to be fun for Coach Anderson to be able to coach his son out there, number 58, Paxton. I remember Paxton being on the sidelines for years and years and years as well.
All right, got that 2-by-2 formation. Handoff to guess who? Number 42, Damon Jasper. Doing a great job protecting the football. I don't think we have a turnover in this game. Is that right, Jake?
You're exactly right.
Maybe check with our stats department. I don't think we have a turnover. That's really a credit to both coaching staffs to not turn the ball over. Here we go. Now we flip the formation. 2 tight ends to the left. Dealman, Woodward. Snap, bubble. Van Dong catches it. Getting 2 yards, breaks a tackle, gets ahead for about 8 yards up to the 32-yard line.
And that's got to be his second or third catch of the game. It's fun to watch. The Chargers are taking what they're given. They're using the run to set up the pass, and it's really just opening up all aspects of the game for them.
2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Sioux Falls Christian Chargers driving, nearing that red area. Here's a handoff up the middle to Jasper. Blasts across the line for a first down. Chains are moving. Clock is ticking. I'm sure if I know Coach Anderson, he's looking to press and maybe add one more score here. Sioux Falls Christian tradition amongst the football team. There is a large reward when you get to cross that 50 threshold. So they're guarantee you they're still competing out there, looking to push that score. We got inside zone up the middle. Zach Lefevre, good yardage, good push up front, down to the 18-yard line, near a first down. It is a first down. With 1:05 to go, the men in blue are hustling in and out. They want to cross that threshold. It's a big deal. It's a point of pride, and to have your JV team score 2 touchdowns in the second half, this would be a very, very positive development here. Well, Damon catches the ball, gets a handoff off to the left, looks like a zone play. Gathers about 4 yards. I don't think the Chargers are going to probably attempt to pass at this point. Just over 30 seconds left as the clock is ticking down, but they're definitely going to try to. There's a timeout that's been called. It looks like an injury. We have a Tanager that's limping. That's too bad to see. Clock stopped for injury timeout. It's like number 40 for the Tanagers, Mason Watkins, 5'8" freshman, 160 pounds. Hopefully he's going to be okay.
And this very likely could be the last play of the game if the Chargers choose to take it.
Yeah, I think Coach Nix, it appears that he's going to elect just to not even run a play. And with that, as the clock expires, Sioux Falls Christian 48, Vermillion Tanagers 7. Chargers move to 6-0 on the season, will likely maintain their #1 ranking. Vermillion Tanagers dropped to 1-5, but certainly not indicative of the effort and the stick-to-itiveness they showed tonight. Great effort by the Tanagers, their whole coaching staff. Thanks to the fans that made the trip up to Sioux Falls. Also, thank you to all the fans that are listening on the radio. Whether you're a Chargers fan or a Tanagers fan, we're glad you joined us tonight. On behalf of my, can I say partner now?
We can be partners. Yes, you can.
Shout out to Perry, to Shepard. Appreciate you guys, what you do every week. And it's a joyful time. We had a good win. Closing thoughts. You get the last thought, Jake.
Put me on the spot there. No, I just, the Chargers came out and did what they were supposed to do, and they scored right away. They held them on defense. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better team game. Special teams, you talked about often, looked really, really good. Yeah, coaches have to walk away with this feeling really good. But again, you got to get back to work next week because your kids played about half the game. I want to give a little bit of a shout out also again to we talked about Justin Rakusik. He spends a lot of time up here. Ivan Voss really is kind of the man behind the scenes. He does a lot of great work. But congratulations to Chargers, John. You did a great job tonight. Glad I could work with you.
It's a privilege. Thank you so much. Have a great night. We'll see you next week in. Where are we going? I think we're going to Bridgewater next week.
Let's look and see here.
Bridgewater, Emory, Ethan.
Oh, that's the wrong team. Yep, you're Bridgewater, Emory, Ethan. 10-10. Then Dale Rapids, then Dakota Valley.
Have a great week. Bye.